All right, this solution to the Gizmo question part A. And in this one, we want to count the electronic gizmos by a certain maker. So we have this array list of purchases that consists of gizmo objects. And then we have a string coming into the method, which is the maker we want to match. So maybe the maker was like Sony or something like that. And so we're gonna loop through these purchases and check if their maker matches this maker coming in, and then also if the gizmo is electronic, and if it is, increase the count variable by 1. All right, so that's kind of the general plan. And going back to gizmo, so that array list has gizmos in it, and so you're gonna get the ith gizmo in your loop, and then you're gonna have to call the get maker and the is electronic methods in order to check if the maker matches the maker that came in. So we have this maker coming in, so we'll have to do get maker and see if it equals this, and also call is electronic to see if it's electronic, and if it is, increase the count. All right, and that should be how part A works. They have some good examples down here to make sense of this. Here's our array list of purchases, and each purchase gizmo is an electronic true or false, and then the maker of it, right? So they call electronic count by maker ABC. That's ABC. There's actually 4 gizmos by that, but there's only 2 that are electronic, so that's what returns true. LN NOP or whatever, there's only 1 there, and it's false, so there's no electronic ones. XYZ, there is just 1, and it's electronic, so you get 1. And then QRP, there aren't any from QRP at all, so it returns 0. Right, so you have to return this int that is a count. All right, and that's a really good way to make sense of this question. All right, so as far as part A goes, we're going to need a count. So there's 0 currently by that maker. Okay, and then I'm just going to loop through this purchases. And this, for sure, you have to know how to do this. So you basically go, the indexes, if you look at the example here, the indexes go from 0 less than the size. So the size would be 6 here. And so you go less than that, and you'll get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to do for int I equals 0. I is less than purchases dot size. And my thing is freaking out. Sorry. I don't know why it does this the first time. Purchases at size. And then go plus plus I. And then you're going to get the ith gizmo. Sorry for this. Goofing up here, but we're going to get the ith gizmo. So I'm going to do gizmo. Gizmo equals purchases. I'm going to get the ith purchase. Sorry, this should be purchases, I think is the name of it. Yeah, purchases. All right. And then Gizmo, I guess I could call this purchase, but I guess I'll keep it as Gizmo. Also, this should be a really good example of an enhanced for loop would work really slick here, right? Because you would have to do this get step, but I'll just do it the other way. The enhanced would work really slick though too. All right, so at any rate, then from there, in order, I don't always want to increase count. I only want to do that if the gizmo, and it's really tempted to do gizmo that equals the maker, but gizmo is a gizmo object and maker is a string. So to check if they equal, I have to do gizmo dot get maker. I think that's the right method. And if that equals the maker, then it's the correct maker. So I could check back here, make sure I'm doing that get maker. I think that's the right method. Yeah, looks like get maker is the right one there. Okay, and then I also have to check if it's electronic. So there's an is electronic that returns a Boolean. So I also just have to do the gizmo. So I should do and gizmo dot is electronic. Okay, so I'm going to call that is electronic method, which will return true or false. So if the maker gizmo.getMaker equals maker and it's electronic, then I want to increase my count by 1. And then at the end, I want to return And that should that should do it for part A. And again, notice here that if I'm doing my answers on the AP test in Eclipse, I'm gonna get I'm gonna get errors, right? Like that doesn't know what Gizmo is. Purchases, it probably complain about that because this can't compile because I didn't import array list. So you might get errors, but not a big deal, right? All you'd have to do at this point is copy your code and then paste it into the AP site. All right. I'm not sure if they'll have you copy the method heading or just the guts, but you copy it and paste it. For my students, again, you can either save this file when you're done and turn it in, upload this whole file to me or email the whole file to me, or just copy and paste the code and send it to me in an email. All right, and then I'll give you some feedback on that. All right, that is it for part A. Part B is next in the other video.